A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson flushed out right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Falcons.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. 22.
Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Got it. What do you want? Hey, express. 56. 19 tight.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Gurley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! Tom Gurley, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, 49 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
For the point after.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Carson, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
And it's third down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Escaping the pressure right. He can run, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He is going to find Hill here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. 40 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Number 21.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought him down.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Tyreek Hill, incomplete. Damontae Kazee on the coverage.
2nd and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Seattle.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
At the 43-yard line.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Diggs on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd and 6.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike, 53. 53. Gun. Tighten down. There you go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll buy some time right. Airing it out for Olsen. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Wilson. That one complete to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because They really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He's brought down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. First 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Completes it to Lee. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Seahawks 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
55 is my guy, 55. All day, baby, all day. Switch. Space. Motion. Reset.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
Under 10, 10. Check 52. Slay express, express. 51, sub. 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Now Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Seahawks.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Gets this one to Hill. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Complete.
Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead.
For the extra point.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on